In 48 hours, your XRP, which is worth $2.20 now, will go through the roof and be worth over $122.94. This is going to happen, which will allow many people to sell at that price and make hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. But you need to know how to make money and sell once this happens. I mean, the whole thing will only last a few minutes, and those who can sell their XRP will make a lot of money. Some say as much as $11,898.00 in just a few minutes. People who can sell at those prices can make a lot of money. They can also buy back in when the price goes back to its real value, which is $2.20 or $2.30 per XRP. And this is the reason, if you own XRP, this video is the most important movie you will ever watch. So I'm going to quickly say that right now is a great time to get some free XRP. We work with Apple to give XRP away for free to everyone. First, like the video, next, subscribe to the channel and lectures. Finally, share this video and use the link in the description to sign up for Apple. It only takes 5 minutes to do everything. It's really just free money. So let's start the video right away. For people who own XRP, the next 48 hours will be very important. In fact, we're looking at ways to unlock trillions of dollars through some of the world's most well-known and largest banks. These include integrating SWIFT, putting $650 trillion worth of tokens on the XRP ledger, and forming an official partnership with both the Japanese largest bank and the US Federal Reserve. And this is just the beginning. In the next 48 hours, most of the things we just talked about will be opened for the XRP ledger, which will cause a huge supply shock. Okay, here are the steps. Also, watch this movie before you do anything else. The price of XRP is currently $2.19, but that's likely to change in the next few hours because Japan's central bank has announced that XRP will be used for payments starting in 48 hours. This could cause the price of XRP to skyrocket to over $122.94 in a huge jump. At the same time, huge companies are putting trillions of dollars into the system. This could all start in just 48 hours. Yes, RealFi has publicly said that $650 trillion, 0 cents, will be released, and there will also be a huge supply burn. Everything is taking place on June 27 at 11:59 p.m., which is exactly 48 hours from now. Imagine that the price of your XRP, which is currently $2.19, is about to go through the roof and reach over $122.00. The price of XRP will start at 94, but it will not stay that high. In fact, it's likely that XRP will rise to much higher levels. $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, or even $11,898. We're going to talk about how I got this number soon. But all of this will happen at a very important time. And for a very short time, there will only be a few of you guys who can actually make money by selling your XRP for those high prices. For the same reason that what happened in 2024 when Gemini prices were over $50.00. It was very hard for people to get in on the action and sell XRP, which was worth anywhere from 50 cents to over $50, 0 cents at the time. The exact same thing is going to happen to us in 48 hours. People are going to make a lot of money from this. The $25 trillion, 0 cents in volume that Swift adds every day is just a small part of the money that will move into the XRP ledger. Also, if you look at the timing, all of this is said to happen at a very specific time in the next few weeks or so. In fact, within the next 48 hours. We've heard that not only does Swift do this, but MasterCard has confirmed it as well, as has the RealFi company. In fact, RealFi has said that in just 48 hours, the Real token will make the world's real estate market worth over 65 quadrillion, $439 trillion, 0 cents available on the XRP system. Also, 20% of the Real tokens that are out there will be burned on June 27 at 11:59 p.m. RealFi keeps making steady progress toward its goal of connecting the $654.39 trillion global real estate market to the XRP system. This will unlock huge possibilities for change in decentralized finance. You can look at the real token, learn more about it, and even buy some real tokens through their link, which is payrealbelly.com/real-overview. As part of this project, however, the real token will be burned forever, wiping out up to 80% of the total supply in step 1. Guys, this is huge news. In fact, it's the most important news. That this video will teach you something, you should take this right now. At 11:59 p.m. on June 27th, a real token was made on top of the XRP ledger, which caused a huge supply shock for both the real token and the XRP ledger. So much so that if we add the 654.399 trillion Algorithmic reset market number to the price of XRP, which is what happens in real life, the price of XRP will go over $11,520.68. It's possible that this number will come up for XRP in as little as 48 hours. We're not even talking about RealFi's huge burn for the real token, which is built on the XRP system. This is just the beginning. Because of this, there will be a burn of XRP, which means less XRP is available. This will cause more money to come into XRP, but there won't be enough supply. This is called a supply shock for XRP. Seems pretty clear to me. It also means that adding trillions of dollars will make the price of XRP so high that it will reach $11,520, 0 cents, before the Ripple team can add more supply from their trust. So if you can set your limit orders, get your bags ready, have your XRP, have some real token, and be online at the time, you might be able to sell some XRP at that exact price. But let me be very clear and honest here. If you want to follow the money and make as much money as possible, you should be looking at the real token. It's based on the XRP system and is burning a huge 20% of its supply on June 27th, which is in just 48 hours. Because not only is the real coin dirt cheap right now, I mean, look at this right now, 2 cents. There's an extra 0 here, even though it went from 0.001 to 10x 10 times. So from less than 2 cents to 2 cents to almost 3 cents in the last 10 days or so. A lot has changed. Real money is about to start to flow into real token. Indeed, some experts and researchers talking about real tokens are expecting the value of real tokens to skyrocket from 2 cents to 64,500. in just days. That's right, this huge supply shock is happening on June 27th at 11:59 p.m., 4 days from now. And these are experts who have more than, look at this, 394,000 followers. They know a lot about this subject. So they're telling you to buy real token quickly before it's gone. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. But I'm telling you guys to do your own study. You need to pay attention to these things as soon as possible, because 48 hours is not a lot of time, especially since trillions of dollars will start hitting the XRP ledger, along with a big supply burn of 20% of the real tokens built on the XRP ledger, which will cause supply shock. Forget what I say and what the other guys say. Just do some easy math and ask yourself, how much is a real token? If the trillions of dollars that it will help bring in actually happen, this market cap will go over $6 million. 0 cents per real token, or $6,500,000, 0 cents from its current price of 2.7 cents. We're looking at 2.7 cents, which is crazy, but it's the truth. We have the chance to make wealth that will last for generations right in front of us. But once more, we're just getting started because this is such a big organization. Really, this is a way to pay for everything in real time using blockchain to connect all the different types of payments. You can pay everyone with a single currency that is based on the XRP record. Let's say it takes 20 years to turn all 654 trillion into real money. You can, let's say this number is too low because it will take too long. Let's look at what the price of a real token would be if only 1% of the 654 trillion $390 billion, 0 cents market cap actually came in.